Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. State of My Sports.
All right, I think we're going to fly through this. I really do. And this might be a complete dud. I have no idea. I feel good about it. But you know how when I feel good, it usually goes bad. When I'm like really nervous and stressed, it goes awesome, and it's very easy. So, I don't know.
Okay.
But what we're going to do today is we're going to go through team by team. So we got Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Michigan basketball, Michigan State basketball, Michigan State football, Michigan football, and then the Detroit Lions. All of them. We're going to hit on all of our teams. What we're going to talk about is what our biggest fear is for them currently. So, for example, the Tigers, your biggest fear could be Torkelson really sucks and is awful. Casey Mize is going to have Tommy John surgery and never be good again. Those could be your biggest fears. I personally have a different one. But if that's your guys', that's great too. So I think we should start with the Detroit Tigers and what our current biggest fear. Obviously, I don't want to go too crazy and be like, oh, my biggest fear is the Tigers never play again. Obviously, that would really suck. But current organization-wise, what is your biggest fear? I have a couple. So if you guys steal one, I'm prepared. But I also have my biggest one and stuff like that. But John, when you think about the Detroit Tigers, do you have a biggest fear of what this organization will be or what they're doing? And I guess it could be anything.
My biggest fear is we're not going to get Miguel Cabrera a World Series in Detroit, and he's going to be the last generational hitter that we see in our lifetime. That's a fear of mine. That's a legitimate fear of mine.
I think that's a
Pretty
very good
brutal
fear.
and yeah.
I don't know. There's all these comparisons. People are hyping Mike Trout this year. It must be slow in L.A. They got nothing to talk about out there. I don't know.
He's also in an over 30 slump.
So
currently.
yeah, and he still has to play out of his mind for another 10 years to even come close to sniffing the numbers that
Right.
Miguel Cabrera has on his plate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Miggy's looking like the best hitter on the team this year,
He's hitting over 300.
and I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming 5 years ago. The last 3 or 4 years, I'm just surprised that he's able to put on a uniform, let alone get in the dugout and walk around and shake hands and smile.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear, man.
I think that's a great one. Wasn't on my list, and I think that is excellent. That Miggy doesn't get a World Series with the Tigers. It's probably going to happen too, unfortunately.
Yep.
But I like that one. Micah, did you have one that stood out to you?
I do. So, besides the living nightmare we're currently in, what I do fear is deja vu. Having Al Avila's beginning of his tenure absolutely bomb just now. And I didn't put that very well. So what I don't want to have happen, my biggest fear is for him to completely destroy what's been building for far too long. I don't want him to bomb trades, is what I don't want to have happen. When we're trying to acquire guys, and he was getting rid of guys at the beginning of his tenure, I don't want to end up on the short end of the stick when we're acquiring guys. I don't want to give up this. I don't want to give up that.
More of our prospects, you're saying.
I just don't want him to do it wrong. There's no other way to put it. When you look at what happened at the beginning of when he became the GM, it was so bad. Mm-hmm. He showed his hand to the rest of the league
constantly.
It was on national sports talk. Hey, Al Avila came out and said today we're ready to trade J.D. Martinez.
Yeah. And he traded him 3 weeks before the deadline.
What? How? Oh my gosh! I don't want that to happen. I need someone else at the helm besides this guy.
So it's
when we start trying.
Your biggest fear is just continue to tread water with Al Avila running the ship.
Basically, yeah.
That's a fair one.
I guess since we're doing our teams, Kyle had to chime in. His biggest fear is that the Yankees look strong this year. Is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. When they have really good years, don't they choke in the playoffs? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
maybe
they will.
Maybe Kyle.
They will.
Throwing that one out to you, bud.
They will. They will. They always do. All right. You ready for mine?
Do it.
One of them? I'll give you one of them.
Can I give a second one?
Yeah.
When you're done?
Yeah.
All
right. My biggest fear is AJ Hinch and this opt-out comes to fruition. And he looks at this organization as the joke that they are under Al Avila. He knows that Al Avila has no idea what he's doing. The Illiches are going to continue to stick with Al Avila, and potentially the best manager in baseball walks away from our organization, and we become the laughing stock that the manager literally just double middle finger walked out backwards. Then you're going to have Baez opt out too. And you're going to have all these opt out, and we're going to lose everything that we might. Not that I'm worried about Baez right now because he sucks, but
Starting to kind of build.
like, I'm just so terrified that this organization we're going to take even more steps back because our manager is saying, you guys are far from good. I'm done with you, and just, you suck, basically. And I feel like it's happening.
That's
I love AJ Hinch. I love AJ. I want him to stay. I say get him a new deal. Why hasn't that been talked about? Why hasn't that been done? I don't know. Is it Avila? Give AJ Hinch full control. Get rid of Al Avila and figure it out. And another fear, though, is like, if you move on from Al Avila, is that his free out of being like, hey, look, this isn't the GM that hired me. I have the opt-out. It's smart to do that. And we don't re-sign him. Like, it's just the AJ Hinch thing, and it's not AJ Hinch that makes me, it's just the fact that they have this opt-out. I feel like he's going to take this opt-out, and it's going to screw us in the you-know-where. And I'm I'm stressed about this. You have no clue how stressed I am. Let's go, Nugent Hopkins. I had him getting the first goal, but it was like one of those free bets that if he ends up scoring, you get your money back. He didn't get the first goal, obviously, but he got that goal, so I get my money back. So that's a positive.
Less stress.
That's good.
Money, right? Baby.
Get my money back.
All right, my number 2
what's your
probably should be number 1. My biggest fear as a Tigers fan is at the rate he's playing right now and what he's accomplished in recent years, Justin Verlander goes in the Hall of Fame as a Houston Astro.
Oh, don't you say that.
That is such a good one. That is a really good one.
All those years.
But on top of that, like, if we don't have AJ Hinch, he won't want to come back, right?
Now you've got me bothered.
Hot and bothered, baby. That's what this segment's about.
Another
Another one.
Tigers nightmares tonight.
I have another one. If you're ready for it. You ready for it?
Rip it.
And
that Chris Illich is way farther from who his dad was than we realize, and we need new ownership more than anything. Because
we already know that.
But we know that in this rebuild, don't spend money, and I kind of like that we haven't. I think there was a good chance to now. But, like, is he ever going to? That scares the you-know-what out of me. Like, do we have a guy that's just looking to just launder money, basically? And I'm going to put money here and make money here, and I'm going to make money off the Yankees luxury cap because they pay crap amount of dollars, and I'm going to make money off of them and never pay anybody? Like, really, truly try to win? Like, that scares crap. Does he care about winning, or is he just looking to spend as least amount possible?
And that's one of the things I loosely understand about baseball is because there is no salary cap, and these guys have such deep pockets. Most of the teams do. Mm-hmm. Like, I really do understand, a small handful of years for a rebuild. Recoup some dollars, get the bank ready, get the farm system ready, and then start spending. But at the point where you have Illich-type money and you're in Detroit, you're in a big market, why are you not spending money to get going right now?
Yeah.
And just the Baez deal, that was a cute little thing to, like, give the fans, like, oh, we're trying. We're making some waves, No, you're not. You're just really irritating a lot of, like, really good baseball fans you have, and it's just freaking ridiculous.
Some of the best baseball fans in the country, and you are putting this product out there, and it's absolutely disgusting. It is, and I'm not happy about it, but we're going to have to move on to our next team. Who's the next team?